Yeah.
Right? Okay, it's recording already. I'm just trying to get the sound stuff worked out.
Why are you already recording if we're still trying to get
That's just how it
this
works.
stuff worked
Oh
out?
shit, I didn't get the music ready either.
Windows security. Windows Defender summary. Microsoft Defender antivirus
Alright.
did not find any. Okay,
I
sorry.
think we're locked and loaded.
Okay. Go ahead, take the intro.
I don't do the. You're the intro guy.
Nah,
I
not on
think.
this
Hold on.
episode. Go ahead.
I think I got a name though. So hold on. Let me.
So
What is
go
my
ahead and do the
name? What is my
intro. I'll
name in
jump in
Discord
when I
right
need
now?
to. It's
What?
yeah.
Now go ahead and do the. I don't know what you usually say for the intro.
Oh, it's you this time, bud. I wanted to see what you would do.
I don't know what I would do.
Well, do what you don't know that you would do right now.
What the fuck did you just say? I got a
Exactly.
halt. The halls.
Sometimes.
Oh, my halls is stuck to my tooth right now, but I can't reach my tongue. Hold on. Got it.
We just got canceled.
Okay. What do you normally say for your intro? Just so I know. And I'll go with that.
I just get into it, man. I just get into it. I don't have a set intro.
Well, what should I say?
Introduce yourself to the class.
Hi. My name's
Your name.
Boo. This is Toby Keith of hip hop fame and his wife Mariah Montgomery is co-starring on the podcast today.
You're saying information that's not true.
And
yeah, just play the music.
We're
play the music.
We're
play the music.
We're
play
we got
it,
our producer. What was the producer's name again?
Ben.
No, it's not Ben. We don't make enough money yet. What was it? I can't remember what his name was. It was the guy who played Robin in Batman.
Oh, Robin from Batman.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that. It was today's episode sponsored by Halls again.
He hasn't said it. He hasn't said a single truth yet.
Go ahead and go out and get yourself some. Let me go and put our sponsor up for today. Hold on. Halls cough drops. Which flavor did you say you like?
None of them.
Just put this one on.
None of them. I buy the generic store brand.
Halls is the generic store brand. All right. Nope. What was his name? Garf?
Yeah. Anyway,
Garf?
I'm Boo, and that's Unknown. And this is the Biggs Podcast. Roll the music.
It cannot always be night.
We can't go too far this time because last time we got copyrighted. Over 20
Did we get
seconds.
striked?
No, we didn't get striked.
3 strikes and you're out, bud.
No, they
gotta stay safe out here.
They said it wasn't a strike. Kanye's the type 2 strike it though, personally. So, yeah, be careful.
Oh, he'll come for us.
And then I'll be like, that would Jesus give us a copy strike and then checkmate? Because what's he gonna do? He's a Bible thumper now.
Yeah, but he'd go, I am Jesus.
He would say, yeah, but Jesus would. And then he would just play that song.
And then he'd hand you a pair of Yeezys and then take them back.
I watched something where some guy, I guess, got him to sign fake Yeezys, and he just fucking calls him out right in the middle of the giant crowd. He's like, "That's all right though." So at least he was nice about it.
Yeesh.
Not that nice.
Well, it kind of makes sense. That's a big debate on the internet right now. The rep game, replica shoes.
Is it?
Because they've gotten to such a point where buying shoes, the real ones, the resale values are outrageous. Mm-hmm. So now there's people who have gotten the replica game down so well that they look just like them. You're just not paying full price. So you know deep down they're not real, but you also didn't pay 300 to 1,000 more dollars.
I don't really see it. I don't see a problem with that, but I'm also broke, so. I mean, would you buy
Oh,
replicas?
I just not that involved in the shoe game to have. I
Okay.
wanted when I got my first job, I wanted some Jordan 11 Space Jams after I got paid a couple of times. And I got myself those shoes and I was satisfied with that. They're not replicas. I repeat, not replicas. Only bums have. No, I'm kidding.
I don't like. What are they doing the thing like the Supreme thing when they're not making more runs of it, or do people just not want to wait?
No, they sell out and then all shoes really sell. There's no like infinite shoes besides like your generic running shoes that they make a million of.
Well,
All shoes run out and then but the problem is most of the people, the big like shoe flippers get a ton of shoes. They'll show you a picture of them next to 100 boxes of the same shoes that just came out.
mm-hmm.
And then they're selling them at 3 times the price.
Sounds shitty.
Yeah, but that's kind of how the world works. Everyone's just trying to make money.
That's
Same thing happened with toilet paper when COVID started.
Some would say that's capitalism.
On God.
Remember when mom
Speaking
was
of God,
hunting for, or not underwear, for, toilet paper during COVID? That was wild. It seems like it was so long ago. I guess it was about a year ago, a little bit more. But that was such a
like
odd time.
that was like 2 years ago now.
Was it? I don't know. It was such a
Because if we
weird
go
thing.
back to March, we go back to March and then go another year back.
Was it
Yeah, it's like
2020?
2.5 years, right?
Or
Yeah, but
2021?
but well, no, it started in 2020, March 2020.
Yeah, that's what the government wants you to think. But yeah,
What does the government now want me to think?
I
That
remember.
CLB is mid?
I remember reading shit like the government knew about this like strain of coronavirus back in like 2017, and there was all kinds of weird shit coming out about it. But I don't know if that how true that. Well, I'm assuming they were working on it back in 2017, but I don't know if a strain got out of it. I'm just saying that
Yeah,
it's pretty weird that when they want Donald Trump to lose, all of a sudden a worldwide pandemic is released and it's blamed on him. That's what I'm saying. And all of a sudden, you know what else I was thinking about? Democrats are stupid because all they had to
oh
do,
fuck.
like,
We just
no,
lost half of our audience.
no. This is like because they are though. Because if you wanted people to, because now they're crying about. First off, they shat on the vaccine. Okay, they shat on the vaccine, saying Trump couldn't do it. Whatever. If they wanted, if they wanted all these Republicans to take the vaccine, all they had to do was Trumpetize it. All they had to do was be like, yeah, you know, Trump did a good thing with this, and like just say that Trump did a good thing once, and all the Republicans would have been behind the vaccine. If you said it was Trump's vaccine and the Democrats didn't care about it, everyone would be vaccinated because all the Republicans would have just gone out and got it because it was Trump's plan. So it's stupid. They shot themselves in the foot, and now they're shitting on everyone for not taking the vaccine. Well, you did this to yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm an unvaccinated alpha male Chad, so go ahead and talk about that in the comments. Gonna lose my job soon, I'm pretty sure. Eesh.
Why? Because you're not vaccinated?
Yeah, they were talking about it before, and they're like, we might start requiring the people to be vaccinated, the workers. And I'm pretty sure Joe just said that thing about if a company has over 100 employees, that you're gonna have to get the juice.
Is it a per location or total?
Uh, the way everyone's making it sound total, but I don't know.
Oh.
So
Sounds
you basically
illegal,
couldn't work
Joe.
anywhere. Oh God, he's sneak dissing Joe.
Why why are we I don't know. This whole situation is stupid. Oh, did I tell you that Grammy was texting me about the whatever, the vaccine? Told me to get it.
Yeah.
And then I lied, so she stopped texting me about it. This is the move she pulled. Okay. She said she was text. She called me one day and she's like, "I'm not. I will never talk to you about it again." Because, well, I don't remember what she said, but she said she was never going to talk to me about it again. Like 2 days later, she texted me and asked me if I got it, and I was like, "Okay," so she lied. So I just said yes. And then she follows up a month later. She's like, "Did you get your second shot?" And I said, "Not yet, because something." I told her I was getting it on the 14th or something like that. So she thinks I'm vaccinated, but it's really just I'm vaccinated from her texting me. I got the text vaccine. And I don't know
I get
why she's pressuring people so much because apparently Ashley's her favorite now.
she's
Because
running for governor in the next election.
who is Ashley?
Grammy.
Oh fuck. I,
Thank you for getting the vaccine.
maybe she is. I don't know. But it was just wild to me that like one I hadn't heard from her. Like I had messaged her multiple times, like in the past year or so, and I hadn't heard from her in a year basically. Out of nowhere, she's asking if I'm getting the vaccine.
Yeah.
And I said I don't know yet. 'Cause I actually don't know. I'm not a
I'm not even super against it anymore like I kind of was, but it's honestly just I don't really want to do it. It's honestly the long-term effect thing that people don't know about keeps a worry in the back of my mind, but everything else I don't really care. Like I'll probably end up taking it eventually. I'm gonna have to be able to work and go places and stuff like that.
yeah.
More of a forcing me to do it just because it's a convenience thing, and then that's the way it'll go. But I'm not super anti-vax. I never really was. I
I'm
just
not
didn't really see the
anti-vax
point.
either. I just am. It's just because the technology's so new. That's the only thing that scares me.
Yeah.
But
Well, I was getting told there's like nurses and stuff that were in the middle of all the COVID stuff taking care of patients in the hospitals, and they're not going to get like traveling COVID nurses into basically like the war zone of the vid, just in the thick of it, and they're not going to get the vaccine, and they're going to lose their jobs now because they're a danger to people in the hospitals. But no one, they were the heroes. It's basically like they were the heroes last summer, and now they're the enemy. Weird how they flipped that on them.
yeah, it is weird.
What's also weird is that I heard from a nurse, so a medical professional in a hospital, that you can only use a certain type of needle. Like you couldn't just get any random needle and put the vaccine in someone. There's a certain type of needle that comes with them, which I find really weird.
What's special about it?
I don't know. But there's like it's different than other regular needles that they would put any other booster shot or flu shot or stuff like that. And it comes with them when they like divvy them out to places to give people the COVID vaccine.
I might have to look into that. That sounds weird.
Yeah. Spooky stuff. Speaking of
Speaking
spooky, my grandma sends me death threats.
Doesn't like a good old death threat. What has she messaged you about the vaccine?
No, she hates me.
Oh yeah. Why would she do that when she's sending you death threats? She just said nature's doing its work for me.
Last time I texted her, it was back when she was ignoring me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then she came back at me and said, "Oh, thanks for tickets to my graduation that happened."
Oh yeah,
And
I remember
I
that.
and I said I only got 4 tickets because of COVID because there wasn't any other way in, and you only got 4 tickets, and I gave it to my parents and my 2 siblings, and and then I hit her with the I've never been this ballsy before. I hit her with the I did also try to give you tickets to my football game, my last first game ever of senior year, and she says I was not feeling very good, and the crowd going into the crowds, and I was still thinking we should go until you came over. And then she said she was outside, and that's why she was ignoring my calls before and stuff like that.
Wait until you
But
came
I've
over.
never,
Oh, the thing with
yeah, everything that went down,
yeah.
Eesh.
I don't know if
Ooga,
that's I don't know if that's
ooga.
really podcast material. I don't know. I think it is. That's hilarious to me, but I wasn't there.
No, it's whatever. But I've never been like shooting back like, oh well, you ignored me last time I tried to give you something. And then she said the crowd stuff. Even though everyone only got like a couple tickets to football games, so it's not like it was a packed crowd to a football game like it normally is. So it was BS on BS, and then there's the casual kill yourself from her. So
Yeah, yeah. That's
she actually texted me not to get the vaccine for some reason.
she really got it out for you. My current addiction right now, just kind of keeping it on the political part. That's family politics,
Oh
kind of.
no.
I've been absolutely addicted to watching lefty, like, I don't know, cannibalism. I don't know why it's so I feel like it's not popular on the right, but on the left, they will sit there and argue and hate each other all day. And they just will they're so cutthroat and they're so petty, but it's my reality TV and I've just been watching the shit out of it. It's so entertaining. And I'm starting to get into like the canon of it. So just like looking back and watching like the timelines and everything. It's pretty crazy. Like all these online lefties, the ones that are like not doing anything, they just talk and then they just fucking hate each other. Like that's what that clip I sent you of Destiny was. It's him and that other guy, and they were friends at one point, and now they're not friends, and and
Yeah,
it's all
I
over
don't
just
know.
politics and shit.
I feel like you always see that they start to attack each other because everything they're saying starts to contradict,
Mm-hmm.
and then someone's got to be right and wrong now. It's not just left and right.
Right. Well, it's because there's subsections of the left. Like that's the thing with the right is like for a while there was the like the non-Trump right and then the Trump right, and then they kind of like they're like, well, we're not gonna get shit done, so whatever. We'll just kind of we'll let him do his thing, and
In
then
case going back a little bit, sorry to cut you off. It's called the low dead space syringe.
low dead space syringe. Huh? That's weird. I wonder if
But
it's
go, but
new
go ahead.
technology.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you look at the left, you have your Maoist and your socialists, and then you have your like neo-libs, and there's all these like subgenres of these lefties, and they all hate each other and they can't get along. But then when they're talking about politics, they're kind of similar enough where it's like if you guys just weren't like petty, you could figure it out, you know. But they just refused. They refused to get along, and it's the best thing ever to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of the trend the world's been going on, refusing to get along.
So everyone's
It's
bored.
it, yeah, and they're just I don't know. It feels like everyone's arguing to argue for someone else or to stand up for someone else that didn't ask for it. The only people getting offended are the people that it's not about. They're getting offended for someone, so it's kind of annoying.
Well, I remember when this was before Trump even got elected. I watched this video of, and obviously it's like anecdotal, but it's still funny. But it's like they're interviewing these college people, college kids, and they're like, "Oh, why are voter IDs laws racist or whatever?" And it's a bunch of these like undergraduate white kids talking about, and it's kind of like it has like an air of racism to it. Like I don't want to call it racism because I think that their heart's in the right place. I understand wanting to help people that aren't aren't in the best situation, but they treat them like they're animals, like dumb animals, because they're like, oh, they don't necessarily know where to get a license from, or they don't have access to the internet and stuff like that. And then this guy goes and interviews a bunch of people from like I think it was Harlem, and he's like, "Do you know where how to get a driver's license or where your DMV is at?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, it's over there on Fifth Street." He's like, "Do you have internet?" He's like, "Yeah, I got it right here at home and on my phone." And it's just like it's weird how like because they see them as this like downtrodden like subsection of America, they treat them as though they're like I don't know, incompetent to the point of hurting themselves. And it's
Yeah, they treat them as little kids slash not human anymore,
right,
which is kind of contradictory.
right. And yeah, they're going against their own their own like beliefs because they're trying so hard to sit there and like compensate for societal problems that might or might not be there depending on what it is, you know.
Yeah. All I can think of right now is that whatever I said is wrong, and someone's gonna come back and dunk me on the needle thing.
Who's gonna dunk you with like 4.5 viewers?
Oh, it's popping off. Started posting on the talk.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, if we would have done a video of you like eating donut holes while that was going on, or like
I can't, dude.
I know you can't, but I'm just letting you know it would have been great. You could also just like high school girl it and just puke them up afterwards.
Okay. That sounds like a good time.
I mean, just go for it, or
No,
go
because
do some green
part of
sprints.
my thing is not part of my thing is not eating out. It's one of my challenges. I'm gonna save a shit ton of money and hopefully lose a little bit of lbs. Down 3 pounds this week.
Well, you
Doing
know what's
75 hard, everyone.
speaking of saving
Yeah.
money, so you know I'm broke right now, right?
On God.
Well, we Taylor's down in the valley, and she's the bridesmaid in some wedding. We were told that they were paying for the dress, like the bridesmaid dresses. Next thing you know, she's like, "Hey, I need you to send me some money out of savings. This dress is $150," and I'm like, "I thought we weren't paying for it." First off, I don't even want to go to this wedding, dude. And now I'm paying money to go. Like I didn't. And this is the same people. They don't want to spend money on a. They don't want to spend money on a wedding photographer. So they're asking me to do it.
To
I
take
don't know if they.
pictures.
Yeah, they want me because I have a camera. I don't even know how he knew that I have a camera. But they're asking me to do it. I don't even want to be there. And now I'm taking pictures and spending money that we don't have. So now,
Just say yeah for $150.
well, you know what I'm gonna do? I was thinking about
Ka-ching!
the best thing would do if I'd be like, yeah, I'll do it, um, and then just not fucking show up, and I'd be like, oh, it's kind of annoying when people say things and then they don't follow up with that, huh? And then they just don't have pictures. Have fun with those iPhones.
Dude, iPhones are fucking elite nowadays. I can shoot videos in 4K.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, and you have like the shaky cam from grandma over there with Parkinson's as she's trying to film you walking down the aisle.
Jesus. I call them gamer shakes.
I can almost tell that's a wedding procession going on. Okay, grandma, have some more CBD. It's the future. But, I don't think I'm going. The dress is nice though, so I guess it's worth it. I don't know.
Right? What happened to like? Do people actually have to? I get like a what are they called? A
They,
bride getting a dress,
mm,
like and paying for it and keeping it because that's like your thing.
yeah,
But why do other people have to get a dress and keep it? Like you can't. Like what about renting? Where's the rents?
I don't know, but I feel like 150 for a dress isn't. I'd have no concept of female clothing, so I have no idea. But to me,
I feel like that's
$150.
not that bad.
But
I feel like that's not that bad. From
yeah,
basically
because
from my
I
say
spend more
yes
on
to the
shoes.
dress days with my mom and sister.
Yeah,
I think that's not that bad.
yeah. I don't know. I guess I've spent more on shoes on a single pair of shoes, so I can't really say shit. But that was also back when I
Yeah.
had some dough. You know, I'm a broke ass boy and I'm working part time.
Well, that's the thing. If you're not buying Vans, every shoe is over. I mean, not every, because you could obviously go Walmart, pay less, get a generic pair of shoes or whatever.
Yeah,
But every pair of shoes you're buying nowadays is over like 120 and up. It's kind of
yeah.
ridiculous.
I I don't know. I'm one thing I will say about this is I've never lived frugally in my life. Well, after once I became an adult, I've never done. I've always just bought the things I wanted. Having to actually like not spend. I think it was part of me thinks this all like this this time spent being poor is gonna be good for me. Like me worrying about where, like, oh, are we gonna have grocery food or grocery money, whatever? Yeah, maybe. Like it's made me like it's motivated me a little bit, but at the same time, it sucks. It really made me a man of the people.
I I get what you're saying. I think I've always said something like you have to be. You can say you're gonna do a bunch of things and whatever,
Yeah.
but actually being in the shit up to your knees, like that's when you really that motivation factor they're talking about. You really start to see, man, I really don't want to be up to my knees in shit.
Right.
And until you got the shit on the shoes, then you're just saying you will, but it's not real yet. Once you got the shit, it's all real.
Yeah.
But I've been reading a book called Atomic Habits, and I don't read, but it's part of my 75 hard. Shout out Andy Frisella. That'll make some libs angry.
Well,
Uh,
the
I don't know. He just seems like hardcore. I don't give a fuck about what you think, but I don't know. He's super cool. He's pretty motivating too. But he invented the 75 hard challenge thing, and he has his own like podcast where he just fucking I don't know.
is it hard
He gives me
75 or 75 hard?
75 hard, I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I'm reading this book called Atomic Habits, and it's just like he's putting information in my brain. It's like breaking bad habits, building good habits.
Mm-hmm.
And he's putting this information in my mind that all makes sense that we all think that we just don't do.
Yeah.
Like there was something called habit stacking, and it's like if you wanted to develop a good habit, you just take something that you're already doing right now and put something like a caveat on top of it. So like if I'm gonna go brush my teeth, we'll just say I'm also gonna put on deodorant right then. Or I'm trying to think of a better example. If I'm gonna
Yeah, you
unload the
just make
dishwasher,
yourself
I'm
sound
also
like you're like a absolutely disgusting hygienically.
I know I'm just trying to think of something. I can think of a good one.
All right.
If you're not putting on deodorant, put it on. Hey, shout out Degree.
All right. So, anyways,
uh,
go back to you're gonna do dishes.
if you're gonna do the dishes, then you'll also wipe down the counters or mop the floor. Something you're already gonna do, you add something on top of it to build a better habit. That's called a habit stacking.
Okay.
But it's just stuff like that makes it so simple. Or like the chapters I read today was it's a really good book. I don't even like reading, but I've been enjoying it. Uh, something as simple as like changing up your environment a little bit. Like we all realize that being in having your like place of what you want to be doing, whether it's work or in the kitchen, having it all cluttered and stuff like that. Obviously, you want to unclutter it, and it'll help out with productivity and stuff like that. But it's even up to like um, designating rooms for certain things. So like if you have an office, you're not gonna do anything in that room besides work. And it's like if you're in the kitchen, then you're not going to be on your for a business person. You're not going to be on your like laptop answering emails and stuff like that. You're just going to cook and eat and stuff like that. Or he said he was answering emails on his couch, so it started to become hard for his brain to differentiate when it was time to like relax and when it's time to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
So I don't know. I
I've
just think
seen.
it's like
Go ahead.
everything he's saying is like just makes sense, and it's kind of stuff that everyone thinks about. I feel like, but now that he's saying it directly to you or you're reading it, it just like is clicking even more, and then you just have to put it into the real world. You know?
Yeah. Putting the graphic up on the thing so people know what the 75 days thing is. So, what day are you on right now?
Saturday, right? 6.
Okay. So really, you're not even like you're what one
Almost done with
eleventh
one
the way
week.
through it.
Yeah. It's actually not that. It's not as I don't know. I think mom put it a good way. She's doing it with me. Shout out, mom. I think mom put it a good way that it's more like annoying than it is like diets. You know how you feel like, oh, I'm dieting and I'm fat and I need this, this, and this, and cravings.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is supposed to be a mental toughness challenge. He calls it.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily feel like I'm super dieting because basically what I did, my diet, because you get to choose your diet, you get to choose what counts as a workout. One has to be outside, that can't change, but you get to choose your different like parameters. There's certain like set in stone stuff, like 10 pages of a book. There's no way around to change that. A gallon of water. There's no way around that. But choosing the different stuff, like if I lifted hard the day before and I'm dying, then my outside workout might just be swimming.
Yeah.
Or a lot of times my outside workout is like a nice pace walking, stuff like that. And I usually have a lifting session inside as my inside workout. But it's not even that anything's hard because I like working out. I've always been the type of person ever since I started football. I like working out. And especially now that I started buying equipment just to have at the house. Like I'm building my own little home iron paradise. It's just been even nicer. Like I can go if I want to go to the backyard to do something, I can do that. If I want to go to my home gym, then I can do that. And I only have dumbbells and a bench right now, but I can do so much with dumbbells and a bench.
Right. Well, especially with the weight of the dumbbells that you have.
Yeah,
You could
from 5 to
also
90 pounds.
you could open the garage door and count that as your outdoor one.
I thought about that, but I feel like even though it's technically my choice, it feels like I'm cheating. Even though the heat in the fucking garage, no matter when it
Yeah, I was thinking about
is
that.
feeling like it's outside.
When you FaceTimed me the other day, I was like, and you were sweating, and I was like, oh god, like it's got being up here, I forget like how hot it gets there because it doesn't.
Well,
It's
yeah.
only what it was only 91 today at its highest, and it's gonna get down in the 60s tonight.
Yeah, that's the only thing that really sucks about like the weather is it never cools down at night.
Yeah.
It'll stay low 90s at night. So that's like the only thing. Obviously, it gets fucking gross hot, but I don't know. I feel like I've been down here for long enough, and like
Oh, you get
summer
used to it.
workouts, just yeah, I'm just in it.
Yeah, I don't mind the heat. I realized the heat is like nostalgic for me. It's kind of like that feeling of getting out of a hot car or something. Is nostalgic when we go down there because I've
Yeah,
lived it for so long that it's almost like a comforting thing. It's like a blanket that you're used to or something.
yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't bother me anymore. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I plan like obviously I'm in the early stages. I've been buying stuff piece by piece, but I plan to have like a pretty big industrial size fan blowing for when it is hot, just to at least have air moving.
Yeah, well that's the big well that allows your natural sweat system to do most of the work, but that's the worst part of being in like a gym if there's not air movement. You get that stagnant air smell and like feel sucks.
Yeah.
Cuz you could just stand in front like it could be 115, but if you're standing by a fan, it just feels like you're all right because you're sweating, but it's not like so you're not just dripping with it. But that feeling
Yeah,
of
well,
dripping sweat sucks.
oh,
Not
I
really,
don't know.
but
I kind of love it.
yeah, I don't know. It depends what you're doing, but like when I say dripping sweat, I mean like when I'm driving and I can feel like the back of my knee
Oh
is
yeah, yeah.
sweating. You know what I mean? That type
That's
of
bad
dripping sweat.
person problems though.
Yeah, true, true. Outed myself
Because
right there.
I know exactly what you're talking about. But
Self-report.
sussy. No, yeah, it's like everything about being outside in the summer kind of sucks. But like you said, you just get used to it, and then it's like it's whatever. But being out there when it's hot, I almost picked a perfect time because I'm about to go right into a. It's about to be what? It's like September. We're about to go right into the winter, and it'll be whatever. But I don't know.
You gotta get that fall
I kind
first,
of
huh?
like the heat sometimes. Kind of heat and lifting's kind of therapeutic after like 5 years of doing it with the team.
Yeah.
I'm in my element, as the kids say.
I wonder if it like how much of a difference it makes with the working out part. Like, because they have like hot yoga and stuff like was it Bikram yoga? That's the stuff where you have to do it hot and you're like sweating. I feel like that might be that's either crazy uncomfortable or it feels good. You know what I mean? Like that sauna level heat. I don't know if it's actually sauna level, but
It's something pretty ridiculous.
yeah, it's pretty hot in there. But but it probably feels good because you're stretching and stuff like that. So that probably helps that stretch out quite a bit. That's one thing I
Yeah, your
really want to get
muscles,
into is like yoga though. So I don't know where I would even begin.
105 degrees
It's
Fahrenheit.
Bikram yoga, whatever.
Yeah.
It's definitely not cool.
Well, yeah, but imagine it's summer and you walk out from 105 and then it's like 107.
Yeah, like oh yeah, they yeah here they have to they can they have to heat it up past whatever outside temperature is, or else it feels air conditioned.
Oh yeah, I don't know. That's something I've kind of been getting into a little bit too. I don't know if it's necessarily yoga. Sometimes I turn on that stuff as my if I want to do it outside, maybe even inside.
Mm.
If I'm not lifting that day, I'll do yoga inside. And I like stretching. Like, and I've also realized like they always yell at you about the importance when you're running around on the field of stretching,
Mm.
but just like the tight, like how much more I can. I really realized that the first chest day back that I did on Monday, like day one, like my chest tightened up so more than it's ever tightened up so much. And I've been off lifting for, I don't know, a little while now. I got lazy, but I got so tight. And then I was doing like this yoga, this follow 45-minute thing just to bust out an inside workout on one of
Mm.
my off days. And I don't know, the like looseness and like I like when you're stretching in yoga and you do like the breathing while it's fully stretched out and then you can feel it start to stretch more, like it gets more flexibility. I like that feeling.
Mm.
I'm down to get into yoga. I feel like I'm gonna fall in love with yoga and reading in my time in the 75 hard.
You're gonna become a liberal.
Yeah, basically.
I don't, it's I don't, did none of your friends really read either, or is that just your thing?
I don't think a lot of people read, especially in my like generation.
Yeah.
Obviously, people do. I'm probably a rare case of like, well, the way I explained it to you before was that reading was associated with assignments, and I don't really do assignments anyway.
Mm.
I've always been like an A, B, sometimes C type kid, but I just test really well. And I don't know. I'd read what I needed to read. I didn't read to read the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think a lot of obviously people. I don't think people take the time out of their day to read because that's something I've kind of caught myself doing in the past 6 days too. Like when there's a moment, I usually do it at work at the desk because there's nothing around. It's completely quiet. But if there's nothing going on, like Friday, yesterday, and today, when there's nothing going on, it's kind of quiet. I just grab my book and read, which I would never do before. I'd go lay down or play video games or something.
Yeah.
But it's kind of nice. It's just like I'm in the zone. My brain kind of,
Well, also
it just feels like peaceful.
limiting yourself to 10. The only thing, so I'm not trying to shit on the program. The only problem I can see with the 10
No,
pages.
minimum. You have to read 10 pages. You can go over.
Oh, I thought it was you had to read 10 pages. I was like, you were gonna stop in the middle of a thought sometimes. But
Yeah. Luckily, the way that books that I'm reading is kind of spaced out, it has stopped in the middle sometimes, and I'll stop if I'm like trying to go do something else or whatever. But it's kind of been ending it right at the start of a chapter. So this book's kind of paced nicely for it.
you know, it would be kind of sick, as if the guy that made this, what is his name, Andy Frisella or something, you said,
Frisella, yeah.
if he made a 750-page book and every day, like just for his program, it was 10 pages of whatever. I mean, whatever he like for that day, and he made a like just a book for that program for people that have trouble reading. That and it was just broken down into those 10 pages or every section, and you just pick a new section every day.
Well, it's funny that you say that because it's not 750 pages. It's not made for people who have trouble reading, but he does have a book about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like a journaling type book or maybe like self improvement.
Mm-hmm.
But it was him and some of his coworkers going through 75 hard. And I
Yeah.
haven't read the book, but I plan to in my 75 days.
Okay.
Um, and it was him talking about his experiences doing it and like the couple of people that kept going with him along the way. I think he said like 20 or 30 people started and 5 and himself finished. So like it's definitely not for the weak willed. A big crusher for people, obviously not for me because I don't know, I'm still a kid or whatever, but is the alcohol thing, not being able to drink. I just don't even see that as like that's a bunch of people have asked uh mom about it and stuff and they've been talking about it and that's like the big no for them. And I was like I can't even imagine not being able to for 75 days you just can't give it up. I don't know.
Well, to me, that
Seems
tells
kind of
me
crazy.
you have a problem. Like, if you can't give, like, if that's
It's
the,
funny that you said that.
what?
That's exactly what mom said.
Yeah, it will, like, if that's, like, you can't do this thing because, like, you have a problem. It's that simple. And I know it's like if you're more caught, if it wasn't the diet that's doing it to you, and it's the just the no alcohol, that's really saying something, you know. Or if you can go out 2 times, if you can work it out an hour and a half a day, one has to be outside, you know. But
Yeah.
like the no, like that's not the no for you. The I just got drank. You got a problem now, and it's that simple. And I guess I equate it to like if I was to, I don't know, if someone told me not to game for 75 days, that might be a deal breaker. But I also admit that I have a fucking problem, you know.
Yeah.
So if I don't know, I'm surprised. Like, does it have like a no smoking thing as well?
No.
So
It's
you can stoke it up, huh?
yeah. I mean, that's why it's like a mental toughness thing. Because I actually don't think it's obviously I'm not really a novice lifter or whatever at this point,
Mm-hmm.
but because like mom going through it, like she's feeling the every week if I take a break off from lifting for over a week or two, and it's been months since I stopped, just because like I said, I got super lazy.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come back, that first week of soreness is the worst thing ever.
Okay.
But for someone who never really lifts, like I can't even imagine what it's like. And
Right,
she had like the first week she's super sore because I'm weight training with her.
yeah. Well, she's probably her thing is like her muscles are probably atrophied. You know what I mean? So she's having to reactivate a lot of those. Like that's the problem with a lot of people in their glutes is they just is it atrophy? It's not
I think
entropy.
that's why like the muscle like
The heat.
eats
Yeah.
away or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, like it freezes and it just doesn't activate when you're trying to do things.
Yeah.
Like she's having to go against that because I don't think she's ever really done anything like that ever. You know. So imagine.
Especially lift like different stuff, but especially lifting weights. I don't know if she's ever lifted.
Yeah. But like I can't. I like even to go even further. Like my last few jobs have been even this one now is like I was surprised at how physical this job is, but I've never had a job where like I kind of just sat down, you know, and
Yeah.
like even just that daily movement kind of keeps you looser. But like she's always had an office job as well, so she's probably struggling to do that due to that as well. So there's she's really going uphill. Like that's of if of the 5 things I'm looking at the thing now of the 5 things, like that's probably the thing to like break her if it was to happen, you know? Because
Oh yeah, she's been being a fucking champ. I like I said, I can't even imagine the pain because I know how much it hurts first week back. So
Mhm.
like you're saying, reactivating everything, especially like I said with dumbbell work, that's all the little stabilizer muscles that a lot of people don't feel that lift sometimes anyway. Like with a barbell, you won't get exactly everything with all the stabilizer and everything that it takes to control dumbbells.
Yeah,
So she's getting it 110%.
yeah. You should have her. Maybe you should take a little detour and get her some. Shout out to Striker for putting his tail in my mouth. Get the fuck out of here.
Shout
Get out of here.
out, check.
Um, maybe you should get her some. What are those kettlebells? Aren't those supposed to be really good for people that are like rehabilitating and stuff like that?
That's the thing. I never force. She talks about when she's listening. She talks about how good it feels to like have these muscles activating, which is a lot. That's the case for a lot of people when they're lifting. They're just
Mm-hmm.
not really excited for the aftermath of the micro tears in the muscles and it rebuilding.
Yeah, I like that part, so it kind of works out for
Oh,
me.
I like sitting in. I've always said that I kind of like sitting in pain.
Yeah.
It's like I earned this pain. Those are my battle scars. But yeah, I don't know. I do want to get. There's a bunch of stuff I want to get for the gym. She's like every time if she doesn't want to lift that day, I tell her that she should be stretching and I think she likes to do her like cardio stuff in the pool. And like that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're ready to come back with me, come back with me. And when you want to do your thing. Because we need to survive the 75 days our way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's this guy. I don't know if you ever heard him. Called the Bioneer, but he's
No,
really
never
big
heard
into
of them.
like, um, I don't know. I love his content. Also, he's got like the perfect physique because he's built like a brick shit house, but he's not Like his core is obscenely strong looking. Like you see guys that are like muscular, but they have that like V shape. You know what I mean? Because they I don't know.
The
It's hard.
bio what?
The Bioneer. Oh, hold on, I'll send you.
I'm just gonna look it up really quick.
I'm sending you a link real quick.
Oh, I think
Um,
I've seen this.
but like if you just look at his body, his core is unreal, and he just looks strong. You know what I mean? Because he's pretty shredded as well, but he's real big into like finding new ways of training. So his body is constantly in that state of not knowing what the hell's going on. Like he'll do random stuff like I'm looking at right now. A week ago, he said how to train wild Tarzan training, and it's like so he'll have some stuff that's like, oh, this week I'm going to be swinging from vines or climbing trees, and that's what I'll be in, and that's his thing. And for
Yeah.
that week, it's crazy. But his like, to me, that's like the perfect like strong body. He's got the like the built pecs, and his core is crazy like strong. Like he just looks stable.
Yeah,
And
this guy's either got really good genetics and it's possible, or he's on some juice.
I was
I
watching, so
listen to a lot of
I've looked it
I
up,
listen
and
to a lot of people talk about that,
yeah,
like all the weight. I listen to a lot of weightlifting content. And a lot of the people talk about, oh, this person physically couldn't look that good, and there's
mhm.
some people that can. But go ahead with your thought.
No, because I've looked it up. I was like, because I hate like having to look that up for things, like the whole natty or not thing.
Yeah,
And I looked up a thread on him, and most of the consensus was that he's obviously got some decent genetics, but there's nothing that's not possible on him, really.
yeah,
Plus, it's a lot of lighting and editing, I'm sure. Because if you look at the regular pictures of him, just kind of like standing around, he's looking normalish.
yeah. That's the thing too, with the lighting and the power of editing and all that stuff. Now, a lot of stuff you see on social media, they do look really good in the picture, and then a lot of them just obviously they still look good. I mean, they're fit, but it's just not the same. You're not looking like Arnold back in the day.
Right. Because like here, I'll show you a picture. Like check this out. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Like if you.
That's one thing too that you're talking about him switching up his training. I do when I get to a point where I can move my body weight freely and a bunch of different movements. Like I'm kind of interested in the calisthenics side of things,
Yeah.
like working with your body. I always thought that was really cool.
Like if you look at him right there, yeah, his arms are big, but like his chest and his like core don't look as big as like the pictures on his YouTube. You know what I mean? He looks pretty normal right there.
Yeah,
Like
he
for
doesn't look as big as the guys that completely juice out. Like this, it does. I feel like people could argue this either way. Like
yeah.
he does kind of look regular,
Yeah,
not
and like
obviously not regular, but like he could
no,
get to
he's
this
he's
with how
yoked.
long he's been doing it.
Yeah, well, he's
Yeah,
probably been doing it his entire life, and it's also his job. That's a
yeah,
huge difference too. Like a lot of these people that want to be shredded, like you have to treat it like when you want to be that big, like you have to treat it like a job, basically. And that's what most people can't do. Like he does this for a living, and he's probably a trainer or something, so it probably helps him to look like that way.
yeah,
It's his business card when he takes his shirt off.
yeah.
But he's cool. Like he did one that was like Daredevil. Like and he's got cool ones where it's like I was watching one, he's like, can you increase your top speed running? And he does a bunch of research on it, and it's like one of the things that I thought was cool is like your body basically has to experience what it's like and build the mechanics of running faster. So he's like, one of the things you can do to increase your top speed is to run downhill, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, be safe, and it's like that way your body can,
Nosedive.
right? But like stuff like that. And he did like a Daredevil one where it's like, can you increase your senses in what I don't know. I would definitely recommend checking it out. Shout out to Pioneer, but
Yeah, he seems cool. There's another guy I watched that kind of does the. You said he trained like Daredevil.
mm,
There's this guy that I watched that is about to get a little weeby for some of the viewers, but I think he does a series called Train Like the Tunes or something like that.
oh, I've seen that
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
Jax Blade. He trains like a bunch of different characters
yeah.
and
Crazy
makes
guy.
workout programs for them. It's pretty sick.
Is he the one that did the like tried Saitama's workout or whatever? Like,
Uh, I
was
think a
it?
bunch of people have now, but he probably did it. I mean, yeah, he does like all the anime characters. But yeah, he's kind of nutty too. He's big into the calisthenics stuff, I'm pretty sure.
I've noticed
I
like
always thought
some
that
of
was
the
really
guys with
interesting.
the really crazy physiques, they do a lot of that calisthenics stuff. Like,
Well, I always think it's crazy when you look at someone like Juji.
Well, he's juiced out of
Juji
his mind.
Mufu. Well, yeah, he's massive, but can still do a backflip in the splits.
Yeah, wasn't he
That's kind of
gymnast or
unheard
something?
of at his size.
True.
I just think that's great. Like the people that actually work on it, because he has his different books for his training, like how he trains, how he stretches, and like also how to do a backflip or whatever.
Mm.
So for someone his size to do it, obviously he's shredded and can probably jump high and whatever. He has the physique to be attempting something like that. But uh just for someone like that to do that, it's like you really can't do anything if you just work toward it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that was like one of my biggest motivating things for like getting fit was when I was doing. I think I've told you this, doing jujitsu, and I wanted to, like, my body couldn't physically keep up with it. It's because I'm fat as shit.
Yeah.
So, well, you don't have to say yeah like that. Damn.
I'm
What the
just
fuck was
agreeing. I'm
that,
just
dude?
saying. He's
Fuck.
I mean, I don't know. It was kind of like you were preaching to the choir. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
fat.
no, I'm not gonna let that one slide. I'm obviously fat shit. Yeah, like that was very matter of fact. Anyway, um,
Easy. Auga, auga.
and it was okay. Here's the thing that bothered me the most. It wasn't the grappling part of it, because that part's not that hard for me, because it's kind of like almost like a strength training type thing, and it was like strength
Yeah.
training endurance. It was the running around warm up part that would fuck me up.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do the light jog and like rolling that we had to do, but I could sit there and do the grappling for like an hour and a half. And that told
That
me,
would
he's like,
always
oh,
piss me off.
I gotta, that's obviously a sign. And then I remember I was like, okay, I stopped going, and I was just gonna lose weight, and then Corona hit. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. I always like, I'm definitely gonna, it might be after 75 hard. It might be a little later because I was gonna lose a little weight before I went back. But I definitely want to get back into combat sports too.
Oh,
Especially with like, I don't know, I have so much built up whatever from football. Like, if
autism.
you stick with football for a long, well, yeah, autism, CTE, whatever you want to call it.
It's all kind of
I
blurred.
have so much built up like aggression because if you stick with it and you're kind of a soft kid at the beginning, and they basically try to turn you into a monster.
Yeah.
And some people it clicks and some people it doesn't, and like it clicked in my brain, and now it's like the monster doesn't go away. So it's like I definitely want to get back to hitting something.
Well, that's what I would love to do. Like, is like I wish there was. That's one thing that sucks about living in the podunk town is I wish there was a boxing gym or something here, or like
I
anything.
always said that too. I don't like the boxing gym over here, but there is a really good MMA gym over there. So I'd probably go check it out once I'm done with whatever I'm doing.
I also want to learn legitimate stuff. Like
What do you mean?
there's an Aikido class up here, and Aikido is more like a spiritual thing almost. Like they teach you stuff, but like I don't want to do. I don't know. I don't really want to do Aikido because it's kind of like learning like kata for like karate and stuff like that. It's kind of more of like a showy thing. I don't know. I don't
You have
want
to
to.
do the 10,000 punches and prayers.
Yeah, exactly. But like then I don't know. It would be cool. The thing is, I really would just do anything right now because it's
Yeah.
interesting to me. But it's not. I don't know, that right there. Like one also like Steven Seagal really did some damage to that. Him being like fat and retarded now and doing
I don't even know who
Aikido.
that is.
Steven Seagal. Uh, look him up after. He used to be like an action star, right? But now he's he's super overweight, but he's still doing movies, and it's like
Oh yeah, I've seen this guy before.
yeah,
Oh my god, that's who he used to be. I just saw a picture of who he used to be. I remember that guy.
oh yeah, he used to be kind of legit.
Now he looks like gamer of the year.
Yeah, for sure. But it's just like it's hard to like take it seriously when he that's what it's known for. Like he really did a number on that.
I thought it'd be cool to be. Obviously, it's not really that practical because guns in America, but
Mhm.
like Bushido or whatever with swords, that'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've always wanted. Well, like kendo is just like the sport version of it, right? Like that's like what they do with like the boken or whatever it is. And I think that would be fun to be just kind of learn it. Wow, you love. You want me to throw that up? Alright, I'll delete this. I put one of the pictures up already. I love the carrot. Like, dude, this guy,
Why is he pondering so hard?
this guy is like trying so hard to look like, I don't know. He's wearing like the Ki Pao or whatever. I think Ki Pao is the women's dress, but he's wearing like that nonsense with like the Chinese martial arts, and he's eating a carrot. Like he's chunkist out right now. And we know you don't eat carrots.
That's Steve Chungus.
Yeah, Stephen Chungus. It's his uncle. He's a washed up movie star. It's just
That's actually crazy. When I saw the picture of him, like, because I know the guy before when he didn't look like this. I remember that guy.
Mhm.
I watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Weird.
He's just so like, I don't know. But he does Aikido, and that's where I was going with that. It ruined Aikido for me, and I think it
I
ruined
should get into
Aikido's
jujitsu again.
industry.
All right, he definitely shit on them by looking the way he does and acting the way he probably does and
And he
eating the
probably,
carrot while pondering.
yeah. And then I'm looking at these pictures, and he's being accused of sexual misconduct. Of course he was. Look at him, dude. This guy doesn't come in to a place and not sexually misconduct people.
Yeah, kind of looks like a me character.
Yeah, with the like fucked up like facial hair and glasses.
It's just like the shape of his head's kind of weird.
But he's fat.
It's so like boxy. No, it's different. That's actually the shape of his head. He even had it when he was big time actor. It was more of a rectangle. Now it's more of a box.
Oh yeah, it widened out, so he's not a. Yeah, he definitely has like a tall head, but then now that he's gotten fat, it's just square. You write it out, squared out.
At least his I don't know his hairline kind of maintained.
Oh, he's probably got plugs.
That's fine. It maintained. I like when he changes up the color of the glasses, matching the fit.
Yeah, he's just conceited enough to have like 10 different pairs of those same glasses in different colors.
Yeah, I already saw like red, yellow, green,
Yeah, there's
orange.
some black ones. Probably got some clear ones.
Yeah, he's
Definitely
balling
some
out.
clear ones.
And he's balling out and his balls are out. And that's why he's sexually harassing.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys next
Let's see, remember those Oakley glasses I wanted?
Gamer of the Year editions.
The Randy Savage ones? I still need to get those. I'm broke as shit. But if Taylor can drop $150 on on dresses, I can drop $150 on glasses.
You can drop 90.
No, these are 100.
You're already $60 down on the game.
Oof. Had to bring that up. These are on sale for $112 right now for these Oakleys that I want. I'd be doing myself a disservice by not taking the $80 savings, right?
I think it's okay. When the person says he has no money is about to go make a purchase.
Well, I need an outfit for the wedding.
Ooga.
I'm pretty sure I need an outfit for the wedding, so this might be.
Yeah, you get to wear. You don't have to dress nice. You're the photographer. You're wearing a blue polo and some khakis, and you're gonna have a Best
I'm the
Buy tag on it.
So I need some polarized lenses.
Oh no,
So
he's not listening, everyone.
these are polarized, and they give
Type
me
in the
nice-
comments why he. Go ahead and drop in the comments why he shouldn't buy these $120 glasses. What are we at?
Fine, I'll buy these 112 ones.
Stop searching for glasses.
I'm putting them up. Hold on. I can't. There we go.
I also think it's funny that I'm the guy who asked what are we at, like time wise, and I hate the person who asks that in regular podcasts. And everyone hates. You can tell the way people talk about. Everyone hates asking it, but like, someone's got to do it. No, someone's got to do it.
Oh, you're bored.
Yeah.
Okay. We're at almost exactly an hour.
Oh dang, that felt like it went by.
Real slow. Yeah, I know it sucks talking to you too.
No, normally I'm like, oh, have we dragged this? I actually thought we were at like 2 hours.
So it did go by slow.
No, I don't know. I thought it was. I'm not gonna dissect my podcast on air.
Huh. No, it's all good.
I recover my podcast afterwards.
Come back next week when it's only 30 minutes long because he got bored. We're going to be doing 15-minute podcasts here soon. We're going to be doing
10,
TikTok podcasts.
10 minutes max.
3-minute
Talkcasts. If anyone takes that, we invented it. We will sue.
Absolutely. I'll go learn some Aikido and Steven Seagal that ass. And by Steven Seagal that ass, I mean I'm going to put some sexual misconduct on you. I think that's the title for this episode. Sexual
I think it should be.
misconducting.
Oh, I thought it was going to be. Are we still going?
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you want to talk about our title.
Oh. Well, they're going to see it before it even...
I know, but I don't want to give out any ideas.
What do you mean?
For our 6 viewers.
They're going to have to watch an hour of it to just hear the
episode. I was thinking politically lifting or something like that. Or grandma death threats.
Steven Seagal has a sick house. $3.2
Yeah, he also has
bulletproof house.
He also sexually harasses people. So
yeah, but I think that's because he's rich. I think once you become an elite like that, you have to sexually misconduct. It's like it's kind of like in frats, how you have to there's they have to haze you in, except like when you're an elite, you haze other people to get in.
Well, yeah, but do they have to do that, or do they just think rules don't apply to them anymore because they're rich? I've kind of wondered why that is.
Well, if you listen to Alex Jones, what he says is that they force you to have gay sex with people so that they have something to hold over you.
Yeah, that's enough of this. I think we can go ahead and end there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you just jumped in Alex. Get us out of here. Get us out of here.
Fine, I'll end it. Good night.